distinguish within ourselves what are the needs and what are the greeds, what are the wants, what are the lies, what are the deceptions. We are our number one enemy. How many times we apologize ourselves from the mistakes that we have made? So many times. So this wastefulness has to stop. And it is not good to be boastful and blind to think that 20th century we made a bunch of tools. That's all we have done, a lot of tools. Therefore we're civilized. Not at all. These tools, whether this is computer or this camera, these are all tools. We are still lacking the management, how to use them, where to use them. We don't even know how to develop them and which one to develop first or not to develop it right away. We are lacking management. And that is, as a result, we're crumbling. The material side is very, very powerful. The management is lacking. It's like a person who has been given as a gift a car, an airplane, a helicopter, a great boat, all kind of gadgets. So expensive, so beautiful, but he doesn't know to operate any one of them. It's totally useless for him. In order to be able to use our talents, our power, that is gifted by the natural philosophers, by scientists, we have to have the power of management and to know how and when, how to stop it at a time. It's like the movie Matrix. I saw that movie, is very meaningful. I don't know if they meant to do that, but I looked at it and I see that truly it is a matrix. This is what we have made ourselves, and there's no alien involved. We have learned to install chips in our own head or accept those things. Chips like nicotine. And we think we need it. We actually kill ourselves. We think we're grown up. We're not. We're growing down. We were 10 and 12 and 15 and we were fine. We were pure. We did not hate that much. We were not a smoker. We were not drinkers. As we grew up, the stress came out, the greed came out, and we just created a trouble for ourselves and for others. We even don't know what self is, never mind the truth. People say, myself, I want to be selfish. We don't even know how to be selfish. What is yourself? Yourself is you, is your children, is your mother, is your father, is your family, is other human being. What is the self? You think you can hurt everyone and you just one individual cell to be alive and that's going to work. It's like one of cells in my body starts to eat other cells and kill them and destroy them, and he thinks he's going to gain happiness. Not knowing all these people surrounding you are the component of your happiness. They're the groups, with them you will be achieving what you call the truth. So it is hard to understand the truth. If we could handle it, God would never send Baha'i or Jesus Christ or any one of them to suffer humiliating death and sacrifice their life. But the problem is that the matter is very big after we die. Huge. The difference of it is just like students in a class. They are sitting on the same chair, listening to the same teacher, enjoying the same environment, same class, same tools. But when the year ends, let's say one becomes a doctor and one becomes a junkie down in downtown New York or Toronto. The difference becomes 1,000 times more when we die. Big difference becomes. And it's very sorrowful and sad, and soul suffers because the handicapped soul is the worst one. This is why Baha'u'llah comes, actually, he gives a sweet life. You know, Jesus Christ and Muhammad and Buddha and others, to just emphasize on the fact that the truth of this life is that it's transitional. The essence of happiness is to know where you're coming from and when you're going to. If we don't know that, we are bewildering. We're driving the car with no destinations, no GPS to know even where to take us. So the Baha'i faith is that manual, that we have to realize what we do not know and try to understand it. Baha'u'llah does not teach us knowledge, science, philosophy, even ethics. For these things he would not suffer 40 years in jail, and Bob would not suffer 750 bullets to his chest and killing 25,000 people. It's not about that. It's about feeding us. It's just like the process in the womb, that the mother feeds the child so the child can grow and develop the organs and faculty and facilities. Same as us. Here, Baha'u'llah is feeding us. He sets the example. All these martyrs are manifestation of loyalty, of giving, of sacrifice. So we can see in demonstration what it means. All of it for us to be aware of who we are. We don't treat ourselves like an animal. If it's just eating, going to bathroom and having sex and sleep, every animal can do that without thinking. Thinking then is the botheration over a person who can instinctively live his life. He doesn't know about death, nothing. Thinking cannot be used for this. This operation system of humanity and thinking is for us to understand the real picture, the truth of who we are. So the truth is to understand our need. In order to understand our need, Baha'u'llah says, I won't teach you. I make you to grow, and then you'll find it. Like a 10-year-old child. If you ask how I was born, there's mom and dad. Imagine mom and dad, they start a demonstration. This is what happened and how these things are. If you tell the truth like that to a 10-year-old child, even in Canada, you'll get arrested for telling the truth. It will be an abuse. But it's telling the truth. We're demonstrating. A child cannot understand, petrifies, kills him. But instead, let him to grow, 15, 18, then he knows it. That is what Baha'u'llah does to us. He says, you know what? Science, knowledge, you will get it yourself. I've given you thinking power. I've given you the drill. Let me make you to grow up. So, this is my understanding and my knowledge about what the truth is. And I hope it was useful enough. I've had major headache, but I refuse to give in to this material need that I get up in the morning till this time of night. I have to do something beyond which that at least is a signature from me that I know what these things around me are not real. But they are very much necessary, however. All of these is made, the entire things is made, the thinking and everything is to make that TV only to push the button, just for that, so you can see the picture. All of those we don't see, we just see the final things. So tonight when I talk to you, I say to myself, okay, I could have not learned so much in my life without sharing it with others. So I find it my responsibility to say these things. It might be useful to somebody sometimes, and I fulfill my part, and you listen to it, you correct it, you improved on it, and hand it to the next generations. Thank you very much, and I'll talk to you later. Thank you.